Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the so-called tourist tax here in Thailand. Unfortunately, all throughout, even the lockdowns, they were still talking about this. Even when tourism was in the doldrums, when it was literally decimated. I did a video on that at the time when it was literally decimated. You know, it was like 18% of GDP, and then it went down to like 1.8% of total GDP. Even during that time, they were still kind of talking about, well, you know, we may want to do this tourist tax. Let me jump in here. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from The Pattaya News. That's thepattianews.com. Article is titled, Thai Prime Minister Announced to Scrap Controversial 300 Baht Tourism Fee. Quoting directly, Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin has announced the government's decision to scrap the controversial 300 baht tourism fee initially proposed last year, but faced opposition from the private sector. The fee, intended to be collected from each tourist entering Thailand, was abandoned with the rationale that its elimination could encourage higher tourist spending in other areas, thereby providing a more substantial boost to the economy. Yeah, you know, credit where credit's due here. I really got to say this is a good idea on the government's part. Hopefully this is finally put to rest once and for all, because this whole topic seems to come up about every 6 months, maybe every 4, where, you know, they say, oh, well, what about this tourist tax? We can get, you know, stop. Let tourists come in and spend their money. And then, you know, the VAT and other things will soak up that revenue that way. You know, by just levying it on tourists, it's kind of looked to me like a little bit of, you know, an exercise in killing the golden goose. So good to see that the government and the Prime Minister have said, yeah, we're scrapping this whole thing. This isn't a good idea. I think its problem is kind of an optics one too. It looks bad on the tourism sector here in Thailand when foreigners sort of see that, wow, the Thais want to put like a tourist tax on us? Well, why do they want to do that? I understand the other side of the argument too, where yes, tourists come in, they do utilize resources of the infrastructure. Sometimes they're injured and there needs to be a fund to assist them. Yeah, but I think there's other ways to do it rather than the tourist tax. Again, I think not having this and just, you know, have it come out of the general budget, just create a budget to deal with these things, you know, and soak up the money through the tax, you know, through the tax mechanisms here, rather than creating a wholly new one that could have a detrimental impact on the tourism sector, which is a very important sector. It's not the most important, but it's one of many very important sectors of the Thai economy.